We're in Smithfield tonight for the game of the week on the Valley Channel as Skyview takes on the Logan Grizzlies, the longest running rivalry in Cache Valley. Skyview has lost 3 games already this season. That's more than they'd lost in about 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons combined leading up to this one. They've been a powerhouse and they're used to winning, but they won their opener and have lost 3 in a row since then. They're looking to get back on track. Logan, meanwhile, is 2-2, and they've had, as a 2-2 record would maybe indicate, some ups and some downs. But they're a team that looks like maybe they're right there on the cusp of taking that next step as Coach Bart Bowen is trying to build that program back up. So this game really could go any direction tonight. One thing Skyview has going for it, they had a lot of injuries early in the season. A lot of those guys are back. They look to be healthy. Region 11 play starts tonight on the Valley Channel.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Hey, I had a chance to talk with Skyview coach Christopher Howell earlier this week, talk about his team and their 1-3 start. And he says, we have played a brutal preseason schedule. One game they were without both of their starting quarterbacks, their starter and their backup, because of injuries. They've had defensive players out because of injuries. All of those guys are coming back. So we feel like this has really prepped us for region play, meaning the preseason, that non-region play, that hard schedule. The teams they've lost to are combined 7-2 going into this week. We're midway through the season here. When I asked about Logan, he says, man, we got to really watch out for Thornley. He said he is so explosive, and they've got 2 really good running backs. If we don't slow down their running game, we're going to be in real trouble. It's going to be a long night. We'll see what the Bobcats can do against the Grizzlies coming up on the game of the week.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The game of the week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. We're at Skyview High School as they finish up the national anthem here in Smithfield. Eric Olson along with you. And the big game tonight in Cache Valley, Logan and Skyview. As we mentioned in our opener, the longest running rivalry in Cache Valley. They've been playing for a long time, and it's been extreme for the last few years. Skyview has come out on the winning end the last 7 years, and they've won by an average score of 40-10. Before that, Logan had won 4 in a row by an average score of 51-17. And then they kind of went back and forth for a few years, but Logan owned the advantage for about 10 years leading up to that, winning 6 out of 10. But Logan would like nothing better than to break through against the Bobcats, a Bobcat team that lost a lot of seniors last year, a team that's been at the top of the region or fighting for the top of the region every year for the past 4 or 5 years. Chris Howell breaking through and winning titles here with the Bobcats, just the last one coming a couple of years ago. In fact, they won 2, Ridgeline won 1, and Region 11 has held the championship trophy for the last 3 years up here. And this year the region's in a rebuild mode, I think. And I don't know that there's anybody in this region that is just a powerhouse. That region down in St. George area has a couple of pretty darn good teams. But we'll see who's playing their best toward the end of the season as they have all the captains out there at midfield looking for the coin toss. Skyview lost to Wasatch, Rigby, Idaho, and Mountain Ridge. If you look at those teams, Wasatch is 1-3, but Rigby, Idaho is 2-1, and they beat 6A American Fork, a 4-0 American Fork team. Excuse me, they didn't beat them. They lost to them by 6 last week, so they played them right down to the wire. Mountain Ridge is 4-0. They beat Skyview, but only by 10 points. Their win came in the opener. Skyview's did 35-14 over Salem Hills. And again, that non-region schedule, the teams that combined 8 and 5 that they played. If you look at the Logan Grizzlies, a combined 8-6 record against their preseason opponents. They beat Juan Diego in the opener, 39-14, and they beat the Bonneville team out of Idaho up in the Idaho Falls area, 14-0. They lost to Viewmont 30-16. Viewmont's 3-1, and lost to Woods Cross last week 45-21. Woods Cross is 2-2. Thornley is a guy that is a big play machine. Andrew Thornley for Logan, 18 catches, 482 yards, 27 yards per catch, and 4 touchdowns. It's set up though by Ethan Bracken and his backfield running mate, Titan Mason. Those two are the running backs that Coach Toph Howell is a little bit concerned about. He's concerned about that Logan running game and says, boy, we really need to slow down that Logan running game. Carson Thatcher will be the quarterback tonight for Skyview. He's been dinged up in the preseason. In fact, there was one game earlier this season. Both quarterbacks were out because of injuries. A free safety been out. He's back. Right guard out. But all those guys should be back tonight and should be ready to go. And Skyview, midway through the season, should be the healthiest that they've been all season long. I asked Coach Howell about, does it mean anything to win the region anymore? It doesn't mean anything as far as seeding goes in the playoffs. And he said, oh yeah, it means something around town. You want to be the king of Cache Valley, right? You want to be the team that beats everybody else, and then you got bragging rights when you see everybody else. The way the RPI works, these tough non-region schedules can be advantageous for these teams. If the teams that beat them keep winning, it'll actually help their RPI number. And the higher your RPI, the more home games you get come playoff time. And the Bobcats in their all black, looking pretty sharp tonight against Logan. Crimson and white tonight for the Grizz. Trimmed in a little bit of gold, that USC look. Smoky here in the valley as the winds have changed and come out of the north. So instead of being 300 degrees, now we can see the air we're breathing. All those fires in Idaho. And as I look to the north of the stadium, as we're getting set for kickoff, the flag is whipping around there out at the north end. There's a pretty stiff breeze blowing here out of the north, out of the northwest. And so Logan will have the wind at their backs, such as it is. Skyview gets set to kick off. Caleb DeQuadros will tee it up for the Bobcats. Odd and Thornley are back from the Grizzlies, and they're going to try a little onside kick. And Logan, off the little pooch, calls for a fair catch. And a heads-up play there by Mason. Titan Mason, the sophomore. We'll see him in the backfield with Keaton Pond, the quarterback, number 3. Ethan Bracken, their leading rusher. I'll see him plenty in the backfield as well. Kaimani Lang, number 21. Also gives them some meat back there, and they're going to spread everybody out. Now they move Mason back into the backfield, about 7 yards deep. Pond's just going to keep it, and they're going to go old school rugby scrum forward for 7. Pond has stacked receivers. He comes this way to Thornley. Thornley, the speedy, deep threat, picks up about 10 and a flag at the end of the play. He's got 11. Flag on the play. The officials talking about it. I've seen a lot of flags this season in the games we've done. I was talking to a friend of mine that's one of the lead officials in the state. He said, yeah, we got a lot of newer guys, and it's a holding call way downfield against Skyview. Wait a minute. What are they doing? They started going one way, now they're coming the other. So it's going to be back where he got tackled. It should still be a first down. Back to that thought about the officials. They're breaking in a lot of new guys, a lot of inexperienced officials. It's been kind of a problem, not in Utah specifically, but nationwide. You know, people don't want to come and take the abuse that they take at these games. Because I asked him about it. I said, man, I've seen a lot of penalties. And he said, well, you know, sometimes you have newer refs and they're wanting to make sure that they're getting it done right. Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 1 after they march that back. So it brings it back after the gain. And they're going to pitch it back to Mason. He's got blockers in front. Turns the corner down inside the 30-yard line where he's run out of bounds. He goes out of bounds at the 27. 17 yards for Mason.
First and 10 for the Grizzlies from the Bobcat 28-yard line.
You can hear the crowd booing at the end of that run. Mason was run out of bounds and he ran into a kid standing on the sideline. His kid that's using a little walking assist device. Knocked him over. Didn't mean to. Boy, here's Mason taking it again. All the way down to the 18-yard line. He's got 11 yards.
First and 10 from the 17-yard line.
And Logan in a hurry. Give it off to Mason. Mason, nothing much. Well, it looks like nothing much, but he's got 2. That's the kind of push the Logan offensive line is getting. Bracken's in there right now, 35. He's your leading rusher for the Grizzlies, but Mason, the sophomore, is the guy that's been toting the pill. Second down and 8 at the 16-yard line of Skyview. The opening drive by Logan has been a beauty. Give it to Mason. Tries to bounce outside. Nothing there. Picks a hole. Turns it up. He's got 6 yards. It's going to be third down. He's got 4 carries, 36 yards. Does Mason. It's going to be third and about 4. Instead of 6, they're only going to give him about 4 yards. Snap it quickly. Give it to Mason. He's met in the backfield and dragged down just as he gets to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be fourth down and about 2 after a short game.
Fourth down and around 2 for the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies aren't going to go for the field goal. They've got an I formation. Pond keeps it. Another big push, and he's got the first down and more. He's got 5 yards.
Pond on the keeper. Gain of 3 on the play. That results in the Grizzlies first down. First and goal.
First and goal for the Bobcats. Ball at about the 6-yard line. Just outside the 6-yard line with 9:22 to play in the first quarter, no score. And the Grizzlies taking a little pooch kick on the opening kickoff and just running it right down Skyview's throat here early. Here's Mason, and he's met by the entire Skyview defensive front.
Mason on the carry.
Stood up at the 5-yard line to pick up about a yard.
Number 58, Shez Colts, first Bobcat there. Gain of 1 on the play, second down and goal.
This is a 56-yard drive thus far. 5 more yards to try to punch it in, and Logan wants a timeout. Logan has come out with pace and with tempo, and they are running the football. Gives us a chance to talk about some of our sponsors, like the good folks at the Factory Pizzeria. You know, the Factory Pizzeria, you can order online. They got loads of specials, right? They have anything from a large 1 to 6 topping pizza, where you can buy one of those, you can get free garlic bread, you can get the free cheesy bread. Their Monday special is buy any large pizza, get a second half off. And you know, if you want to go watch the ball game, it's a great place to watch the ball game on a Saturday, a Sunday, the Monday night or Thursday night games. They got nachos, onion rings, wings, poppers, mozzarella sticks, all to go along with some of the best pizza in town. That's the Factory Pizzeria, a Valley Channel Game of the Week sponsor. So Logan comes out of the gate running the football, and it's second and goal at the 5. Ball's on the turf as Mason didn't get it clean, and he loses a yard. He picks it back up. And now it'll be third and goal at the 6.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings out third and goal from the 6-yard line.
Logan went for it earlier on a 4th down on this drive. Mason had some running room off to the right side as that Logan offensive line is getting a good push up front. And now Pond is in the gun. They're going to hand off inside to Mason. All sorts of Bobcats in the backfield with him. He stays on his feet and picks up the yard that he lost on the last play, but that's it. And it's 4th down. See if Logan decides to try to put some points on the board, and that's what it looks like they're going to do. Morales, the kicker, out of the Pond hold, It'll be about a 23-yard field goal attempt right down the middle. Up and good. Logan strikes first. 3-0 with 7:25 to play in the first quarter. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. The Logo Shop's a longtime sponsor of the game of the week on the Valley Channel. You know, we talk about them and we say that they logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. Well, they do. They logo hats, shirts, mugs, frisbees, blankets, backpacks, thumb drives, phone cases, mouse pads, name it. They logo it. They can make it for you. They can put your logo on just about anything there is. They have been a long-time sponsor of the game of the week of the Valley Channel, which means they have been a long-time supporter of these local schools and these local athletes and players. The Logo Shop, game of the week sponsor. Pretty good looking drive by the Logan Grizzlies to start this game off, but then Skyview defensively came up big when they needed to. It was a goal-to-go situation at the 5, and they turned back a Grizzly running game that had been picking up yardage in chunks. And after all that, the Bobcats only give up 3. Fake the give on the return. Starts back at the 5 and returned up to the 20. And that's where Skyview will start. Their quarterback also number 3, Carson Thatcher, 48 of 92. 52%, 556 yards for Thatcher. About 12 yards per completion, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. The Skyview quarterbacks have thrown 6 interceptions in 4 games. And that's one thing they would like to cut down on. Logan looking like they might bring pressure early. They back out of it, and they're going to give his Skyview to Egbert. Egbert beating people in the corner, and he turns the corner. Out to midfield and tackled at the Logan 43-yard line. 37 yards by Egbert on his first carry. As we're just going to go old school football here in Smithfield tonight and tote the rock. Thatcher hands to Egbert again. He tries the other side. Turned back inside and met right at the line of scrimmage before he's pushed back. Tilose Tupuo, a leading tackler, number 53 on this Logan defense. He plays the nose, and he looks like a nose guard. Built like a brick outhouse. Is that the saying? That kid is made to weather any storm. Skyview Center is going to have his hands full tonight. 2nd and 10. Designed run around the corner by Ferguson as he comes in and takes the snap. He picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. So Thatcher's back in there. He's got Egbert with him. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen and 1 to the near side. Logan looked like they jumped. They got back. They're going to give it to Egbert. Egbert's going to try this near side where he got 37 yards on the first play of the game. He's going to be short of the first down, and there's also going to be a holding call on this play. So they'll play 3rd down over again. That's a plus for the Bobcats, as it was going to be 4th down. The negative for the Bobcats is it's now 3rd and 17. And Logan needs to take a timeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They had 12 guys on the field. And one guy was jogging off like me? Am I supposed to be off? And he's not sprinting, and the coaches are, some of them are telling him to stay, and some of them are telling him to come on. And Logan takes a timeout, and that's their second timeout. It's only one more timeout in this first half for the Grizzlies. They lead 3-0 with 5:41 to play in this first quarter. First possession for the Grizzlies. They marched it down and kicked a short field goal. Skyview is now positioned at midfield and looking at a 3rd down and long after a 37-yard run on their first play of the game offensively. It was going to be 4th and about 3, but now it's 3rd and 17. Thatcher's got time. Loads of it. Unloads. High catch. Snagged by Ferguson and brought down about a yard short of the first down. It's good for 16. Skyview quickly goes, and did we get another timeout by Logan before? They did. Logan called timeout, their last one, before Skyview could get up there and snap. It's going to be 4th and short 2. The Logan coaching staff hurried and called the timeout as Skyview was giving Logan some of their own medicine. Logan was hurrying things up on their first possession. Skyview's rushing leader is Brevin Egbert, coming into this game 59 carries, 232 yards, about 4 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. Brighton Williams has caught 29 passes for 366 yards, about 13 yards per catch, and 3 touchdowns for Williams. And we mentioned Thatcher. He's thrown for 556 yards, 5 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. And he's missed time, been a little dinged up. And again, he's healthy tonight, getting the start. Short motion, give it to Ferguson, and Ferguson picks up the first down and plenty more. 9 yards for Ferguson. It's homecoming at Smithfield, and they're playing their longtime rival. And the Skyview sideline was fired up after that first down on 4th and 1. Here's Ferguson. Tiptoeing his way for 7. 3 carries, 20 yards for Ferguson. And Skyview sends Ferguson wide to the right. He's your furthest receiver in that trips formation. 1 receiver to this near side. Give it to Egbert. There's nothing there except for a Logan linebacker. Bracken takes him down. No gain.
No gain on the play.
3rd and 3. Bobcats have moved it 61 yards. They're looking to take it 19 more and get the lead. Ferguson, the quarterback. He's spun in the backfield, but then gets his feet under him, and he's going to be really close as he's cut down right at the 15-yard line. And they're going to say 4th down. Nope, they're moving it. The far side official put his fist up like it was 4th down, and then they looked at it again and they moved the chains. So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Logan. The Grizzlies lead 3-0. Skyview knocking on the door. Thatcher throws a little quick runner out to the 10-yard line, and inside the 10 down to the 5 goes Brighton Williams. 10 yards and a first down. Thatcher's 2 for 2. It's first and goal at the 5-yard line. Logan couldn't punch it in on goal to goal from the 5 at the other end. Let's see if the Bobcats can. Spackman comes into the ball game. Thatcher runs all the way to the sideline. Get the play. Spackman's playing the halfback on this near side. Egbert's in the backfield with Thatcher. Give it off to Egbert. Egbert looking to turn the corner, and he's upended after a gain of 2.
Egbert on carry. Right down to 54. Drew Kennington. On 2. Second down and goal for the Bobcats. 4 yards.
Second and goal. They moved that ball back. They only gave him 1 yard on that carry. Approaching 2 minutes to play in this first quarter, a fast-moving first quarter. Give it again to Egbert. Egbert with a tackler around his feet. That's Tupelo.
Egbert on the carry. Brought down by number 58.
Check that. It was James Wang. 58, not 53. Pick up of another yard.
Gain of 1 on the play. Third down and goal to the Bobcats.
Third and goal for Skyview. Skyview's 1 of 2 on third downs on this possession, and they picked up a first down conversion on a 4th down. Third and goal at the 3. Ferguson, the quarterback. He's going to run it. Near side. Walling off the defensive line and create a lane that he just walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Skyview. "12 plays, 80 yards for the Bobcats." As DeQuadros is out there for the PAT. Up and good. And the Bobcats take the lead. 7-3. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. KSM Music is a sponsor of the game of the week on the Valley Channel. So many places nowadays say they do one thing, but then you go in there and they're doing a little bit of everything, right? It's like that restaurant that has too much on the menu. Do something, do it well, and stick with that, and that's what KSM Music does. Music is all they do. No groceries, no toys. They sell, well, sometimes they sell shirts from your favorite band. That counts, that's all right. Music is all they do. KSM means music. It's in their name. Custom Fence is another one of our sponsors. If you have a fence job you want to do now that it's not like walking on the sun when you go outside, you want to get something done before the snow flies, Custom Fence, the people to call. If you're a DIYer, they can help you. They'll supply good advice and the right materials to help you DIY, do it yourself, all right. Custom Fence, Game of the Week sponsor. Thornley and out back to receive the kickoff. And Skyview's going to kick this one away high and short. Taken by the up back. And he gets out to about the 24-yard line before he's taken down. It's Connor Peters, the sophomore. Carried that ball. Thornley was right behind him, coming up on him fast, but Peters stepped back and made the catch. 1st and 10 for the Grizz. Now with a little bit more real estate in front of them than their last go around. Let's see if they stick with a run game that was working pretty darn well on that first drive. Tight formation, now they motion Thornley. Run him to a wing. They're going to give it off to Mason. Mason met by Spackman as he bounces off tackle, a pickup of about 3. The kid's just a sophomore. He's a good-looking ball player. Under a minute to play now in this first quarter. 7-3 Skyview. Each team scoring on their first possession. Skyview a touchdown, Logan a field goal. Pond fakes the give. He's going to unload. He's looking for Thornley, and he misses him. And the defense was right there. Brooks Rigby was running step for step with Thornley. That's what Logan likes to do, right? They like to hand off the ball, run the ball, get you coming up, sneaking up, and then run past you with Thornley. There's a reason that he's averaging 27 yards per catch. They fake the pitch and give on the end around the other way to Thornley, and they didn't fool the Bobcats. Jackson Bradley was there to shut that one down, and it's a loss of 5 and 4th down. I don't think Logan's going to snap this before the end of the quarter. We're going to head to the second quarter with Skyview leading Logan 7-3. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Hey, how do you hoo-hawk? The great thing about hoo-hawk is you hoo-hawk your way. Whether you like a lot of meat, whether you like vegetarian, gluten-free, low-carb diet, you like it spicy, you like it mild, you like it more that gingery taste or more of that curryish taste, hoo-hawk lets you decide. You decide how to hoo-hawk at hoo-hawk, open at 660 South Main in Logan. Palmer Home Furnishings, another one of our game sponsor. They've got sectionals, dining, bedrooms, sofas, recliners, everything you need to furnish your home, or if you're maybe doing a remodel. I know a lot of people are, man, a new house is so expensive. All right, let's just update the current one we have. If you're remodeling and you need some new furniture to go along with it, go check out what they have to offer at Palmer Home Furnishings in Providence. Here's the punt as we start the second quarter. It's bobbled out there, but then returned just inside the 50-yard line to about the 48. It was Vickers had a little bit of trouble with it, but he avoided complete catastrophe and was able to actually gain plus yardage. They're going to put it to 47. So Skyview with a 7-3 lead starts this drive in Logan territory. Ferguson in motion. Thatcher, plenty of time, fires it over the middle. He's got Ferguson. Ferguson hauled down at the 30-yard line, a gain of 17, and he gets up shaking his head like he may have been dinged a little bit.
Large gain on the play results in another Skyview.
He was taken down to the turf hard, and when he sat up, he kind of shook his head to shake the cobwebs out of it, speaking of Ferguson. And he's over on the sideline, and they're looking at him now. They do not mess around with concussions anymore, as Egbert picks up 4. The days of rub some dirt on it and get back in there are over, have been for some time, and it's actually pretty good. And Ferguson's walking away from the trainer, putting his helmet back on, so they kind of checked out his neck, and they asked him a couple of questions. He was able to say that it was Friday and they were in Smithfield, so now he's back in there ready to go. 2nd and 7. Ball's on the turf. Thatcher mishandled it as he tried to give it off. A loss of 4, it'll be 3rd and 10.
Loss of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 11 for Buckeyes.
65 yards rushing so far for the Bobcats in this game, and 43 through the air. Third and 10. Thatcher, straight drop. Putting it up top. Has a man. Ball's in there. Players on the ground. No flags. 4th down. He was looking for Williams. Alan Lazari was out there running with him. It's number 1 versus number 1. 1-1, we're 1-on-1.
Can I get your attention, fans? Ethan Ward, can you come to the press box? Again, Ethan Ward, can you come
Spackman comes in to punt. He's standing in his own. Now he's standing at the Logan 46-yard line. 2 guys back for Logan, standing right on the goal line.
Number 2 is Clayton Mason. Number 15, Cooper Red.
It's 4th and 10. High snap that took a long time to get there. Spackman kicks a spinner out of the back of the end zone. It only ends up being an 11-yard punt because it comes back out to the 20. But that was an awfully high snap, Spackman, and took a long time to get back to him. You worry about a block, and Logan didn't look like they had a block on, or they might have been able to get there. As it is, the Grizzlies take over, trailing 7-3. Ball at their own 20-yard line. 9:53 to play in the half. Grizzlies running the ball a lot. Only 2 pass attempts. There goes Lang in motion. They're going to throw it quickly out to the far side. Nothing. Throwing it out there for Odd, and he loses a yard. Pond is 2 of 3 for 10 yards. Thornley for 11 early, and then that one to Odd that loses a yard. Pitch it back to Mason. Mason's got running room down the far sideline. Tiptoes along the white and steps out of bounds. Ooh, they say he stepped out of bounds. 2 yards shy of the first down. So it's 3rd and 2. As Mason continues to rack up the yards. 44 yards on 10 carries for Mason. He's had a lot of work. And there's still 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first half. Quarterback sneak with Pond. Picks up 5 and a first down.
Gain of 3 on the play. That results in the Grizzlies first down. First and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the Logan 33. The Grizzlies trail Skyview 7-3 with 8:45 to play in the first half. Turn and give to Mason. Mason hits the edge again. Pushed out of bounds near the sticks. They're going to mark him right at the sticks and say first down. And Mason's averaging about 5 yards a carry. 17 on his first carry, then 11, 2, 6, 2, 1, -1, 1, 3, 8, 10. (15 rushing attempts for Logan. They've only thrown the ball 3 times. And here's another just smash mouth play. And again, they give it to Mason. He picks up 5. Logan's not in the huddle long. They are not taking much time, and they've got a fullback in there. and he leads Mason. Mason gets back to the line of scrimmage, and there's a bunch of Bobcats there to take him down. They give him forward progress to the 50, so he picks up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 4. 1 of 4 on 3rd down for the Grizzlies. They've converted on 1 4th down. Three receivers to the far side. Now they move the tight end. Let's see if that's where they're going to run. Nope, they run back the other way. So they overload one side and run the other way with Bracken, and his first carry gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. At midfield, it's going to be 4th and 4, and the Grizzlies are going to have to punt it away. Man, everything about that play screamed that they were going to be running right, and then they came back to the left side. That's what they were hoping, that they'd get Skyview cheating on that one a little bit. Skyview comes after it. Logan gets it away. It's down at about the 23-yard line by Ryan Lazard. And that's where Skyview will take over, leading 7-3. There's 6:57 to play in this first half. Ridgeline and Mountain Crest are going at it to the south of us here, and Green Canyon's over in Garland taking on Bear River. We got the opener for Region 11 play here tonight. Lazari, first man there as they run the little screen. About a 6-yard gain. And Thatcher has still only missed on 1 pass. He's 4 out of 5. Give it to Egbert. Egbert slows down, speeds up, finds an opening. Carries tacklers out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for Egbert. 7 carries, 61 yards for Egbert. And that was a man carrying the ball right there. So the Bobcats with a fresh set of downs as they advance to toward midfield. Thatcher, lots of time against a 3-man rush. Had a man wide open, and running before he caught it was Williams. 2nd and 10. And Williams is sick about it. He had all sorts of running room. He was just running, it looked like he's just running a little post. And he had a big, big hole there in the middle of that defensive backfield. And Thatcher hit him in stride, and he couldn't pull it in. Thatcher kicks it out to the edge. He goes right back to Williams. Says, hey, I trust you. And it's a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 5 for the Bobcats.
Flag against Logan as they're offsides.
Offsides against the Grizzlies. 5-yard penalty.
Logan's 2nd penalty of the night. Skyview with only 1. And that's a 1st down by a penalty for the Bobcats.
From the Grizzlies, 34-yard line.
Vickers and Williams to the far side. Ferguson, 2 receivers on each side now. Egbert in the backfield. Thatcher. Ball's there. Defensive back's there. But the catch is not there.
Number 9, Ramsey Vickers for return receiver. Number 5, Brock Brown for return receiver. Correction, number 5, Brock Brown on the defense. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats.
2nd and 10. Ferguson, Zommel, and Williams all to the far side. One receiver to the near side. Is it Vickers? I believe so. Yes, it is. Here comes an extra rusher. Thatcher steps in there and goes through the hands of Williams again. And he's been pretty reliable all season long, and he's dropped 2. 3rd and 10. 2 of 5 on 3rd downs for Skyview. 5:14 to play in a 7-3 ball game. The Bobcats on top here at Skyview. Thatcher's been looking at a 3-man rush most of the night. They brought a linebacker last time. He's looking at a 3-man rush again. That means they're dropping 8. Ferguson snags it right out of the face of the defensive back. It's 13 yards and a 1st down.
That results in another Skyview.
That's one of the problems with a 3-man rush. You can drop 8, that's great, but if the quarterback has lots of time to stand back in there, it's hard to cover for more than a few seconds. That time, Logan actually had that one covered pretty well. Thatcher just put it right on Ferguson, and Ferguson made a great grab. Ferguson's in at quarterback right now. He's going to keep it. Not much room. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Crew Kennington been all over the place tonight, number 54. 6 carries, 25 yards for Ferguson and a touchdown. And Thatcher comes back in. Ferguson's now your receiver at the bottom of your screen. Lazari up against him. One Lazari to this side, one Lazari to the other side. They go to Ferguson. Ferguson, 2 hands on the ball as they're trying to rip it away. He picks up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Number 13.
4 catches, 47 yards for Ferguson.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 8 for the Bobcats.
3rd and 8. Skyview 3 of 6 on 3rd downs. The wind still, it's still breezy, but it's kind of died down a little bit now. 3:17 to play in the half. 7-3 Skyview. 3-man rush again. Tupelo gets there at the last second. Reception made and then immediately brought down was a Skyview receiver.
That's a pass to pitch, number 14, Carter Ballard. Brought down by number 21.
It's 14 that gets it. He's got 4 yards. Lang puts him down hard, and it's 4th down and 3.
4th down and 3.
14 is Carver Ballard. Fourth and 3. Thatcher, shovel pass. 1st down. He found Egbert. They picked up 5 yards on 4th and 3.
6 on the play. That results in another Skyview.
Skyview's now 2 for 2 on 4th down. To go along with 3 for 6 on 3rd down. So that means in times where they could possibly give that ball back over, they're basically 5 out of 6 conversions. Here's the little fly sweep, nothing doing. They give it to Williams. He gets no gain.
33, Ryan Nazari. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Clock runs with 1:38 to play in the first half. In a low-scoring first half, this is another long drive by Skyview. And they've mostly thrown the ball on this one, where they ran the ball a lot early. Thatcher over the middle, has a man through his hands, and there were a couple of defenders there. Williams took a wallop.
After pass called incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
This is the 11th play of this drive. It's 3rd and 10. Ball at the Logan 20-yard line. Egbert in the backfield with Thatcher. 3-man rush. Just as they break through, Thatcher gets rid of it. It's a short gain. About 3 to Williams. So now it's 4th down and 7.
Gain of 2 on the play, brings up 4th down and 8 to the Bobcats.
I think Skyview's going to take a timeout and talk about this. With 1:13 to play in the first half, Skyview looking at a 4th down and short 8, long 7, depending on if your glass is half full or half empty. Right around between the 17, 18-yard line. Thatcher has completed 10 passes for 78 yards. Ferguson has 4 of those grabs for 47 yards. Egbert's rushed for 61 yards on 7 carries. Ferguson's rushed for 25 on 6, and he has the game's lone touchdown. Neither team has a QB sack. And Skyview setting up for a 34-yard field goal attempt in the right hash. Kick is up. Looks good. Is good. 34 yards, and Skyview extends the lead to 10-3. You're watching Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Where do you old grist? Do you old grist mill at work? Do you old grist mill on a hike? You do it when you're skiing, at the lake, at the ball game, wherever you go, you can old grist mill. They build you a custom sack lunch with a homemade sandwich, drink, and a treat on the go. We're getting into fall time. Great time to get out and go. You don't want to go sit down in a restaurant, do you? Oh, okay, maybe, but old grist mill is a great option to get something in the bag, on the go, and to get where you're going and get into your adventure. Wherever you go, you can old grist mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. Thornley and Odd back to receive. Thornley again doesn't get a chance as they pop it short of him, but a pretty good return on as the ball returned out to the 40-yard line by Connor Peters, the sophomore. They're going to put it out at the 41, and so Logan with 58.7 ticks on the clock. They have a chance to maybe get some points on the board here before the half. Skyview will get the ball to start the second half. Here's a big deal. Logan had to take a couple of timeouts early. And I don't think they have any timeouts left. They show one on the board. I want to say they took 3. Oh, they tried a little late developing, little delay handoff, and Skyview was there. They were coming hard, and they took Mason down for a 2-yard loss.
Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 7 down and 12 for the Grizzlies.
And after that play not doing anything, Logan not in any hurry. It looks like maybe they're just going to try to run a couple of plays and get out of the half, trailing by a touchdown. Skyview could take a timeout after this play if they stop it for not much. Mason picks up 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Skyview's not stopping the clock. Logan's not going to either. And it's halftime at the homecoming game in Smithfield. And Skyview leads Logan 10-3 in the Region 11 Oper. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Because they have beautiful selections of fresh flowers. They're family owned and been in business for a long time, and they make you feel like part of the family.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a cold, I was able to make the words in English to label.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Your password is password, and everything you own is gray, Mike.
I thought you liked Basic, Mike.
That was before I had Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches. Now I know I can do better than Basic.
Upgrade from Basic with 3 new sandwiches on Wendy's Made to Crave menu. The barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
You need to take a long drive at exactly the speed limit.
I want to succeed in athletics, but I also want to succeed in school, and I also want to help my family and my community. And so I think through being balanced and juggling all these things, it leads me to fulfill those wants and then be happier because of it.
In order to have a fulfilling and well-rounded life, you have to do a lot of different things.
She goes to her classes and she does her sports.
I don't really know how she does it. She goes to every day, which is like a smile on her face. I think everyone can have a drive, but it's the people that actually choose to feed this hunger are the people that stand out. Your hunger to win has to be bigger than anybody else's.
If she sets her mind to it, she's going to accomplish it, and I have no doubt about that. Whether it's she needs to drop 3 seconds on her time, she needs to get a better grade on her math test.
Bill is just one of those people who, whenever I see you do anything, you always have this drive.
There's a drive there that comes from wanting to be everything that her mom set in motion in the first 13 years of her life.
My mom was one of my closest friends, so she had such an immense impact and influence on my life that when she died, my whole world was kind of turned around.
She was heartbroken, as you would imagine. She knew she had all these little ones looking to her. She was only 12 years old, but she became the person who was handling it.
I'm trying my best, I guess. It's been hard. She was such a big part of my life, but I'm doing the best I can.
She's a beautiful runner. It's just amazing to watch her run.
She's a tremendous sister, tremendous daughter, caring soul, remarkably proud of Jillian.
She has so much responsibility in her life. It's also amazing that she does it with such humility and grace.
When you lose your mom and your sister, you realize how precious every day is, and you want to make the most of every day. You sort of set high goals for yourself, and you sort of work to achieve them.
Sheer will and, passion and, but to get themselves there quicker than anybody else, to reach down deep, push through that pain, that both mental pain where you just want to stop, you want to give up, and that physical pain where your legs and your muscles are screaming, and just get yourself there.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Pretty much a full house here in Smithfield, though. It is on this side for sure. There's people sitting on the grass berm around the north side, and quite a few Logan fans here as well. That side over there is pretty full, and they were treated to a defensive battle in the first half as Skyview leads 10-3. The touchdown coming on a 3-yard run by Ferguson for Skyview. And as you take a look at the first half statistics, Logan 75 yards rushing, only 10 yards passing. They really haven't gone downfield. They've tried a short passing game, and when they have tried to look downfield, it hasn't been there. And they've got 85 total yards. They had 55 yards in the first quarter, so they only had 30 in that second quarter. Keaton Pond is 2 of 3 for 10 yards. While your leading rusher, and the guy that's done a little bit of everything for him, is Titan Mason. He's got 63 yards on 15 carries. Skyview, on the other hand, 82 yards on the ground, 78 yards through the air, 160 total yards. They had 108 at the end of the first quarter, so 52 yards there in the second quarter. They had a couple of long drives as well that ended up in points, a field goal, a 34-yard field goal, and then the 3-yard touchdown run. Thatcher is 10 of 15 for 78 yards through the air. Ferguson, 3 catches, 47 yards. Egbert, 7 rushes, 61 yards, but it was Ferguson with 25 yards on 6 carries and the touchdown who put the Bobcats on the board with the touchdown. It's homecoming here at Skyview. So they had an extra long halftime, and we're just about ready to start the second half. Skyview will get the ball to start the second half. A couple of other scores of interest as this is the opening week of Region 11 play. Ridgeline and Mountain Crest. There's a defensive battle going on out in that ball game as well, as Ridgeline leads Mountain Crest 3-0 at the half. And near the half, or just going into the half probably by now, Green Canyon leads Bear River 14-7. Green Canyon's had trouble scoring this year, and they put 14 points up in the first half. And you know, Coach Craig Ander kind of told me the same things that Coach Howell of Skyview told me about their non-region schedule, because both teams had really tough non-region schedules. And both coaches have said, yeah, we played brutal schedules, but that's going to make us better come region time. Because I think most of the coaches that I've talked to here in region feel like the region is up for grabs, especially with some of the injuries that some of the teams have seen. Green Canyon losing Caden Stewart for the year, Ridgeline losing Jackson Olson for the year. Both of those players were their team's #1 offensive threats. Here's a threat right now. Williams takes it right near the goal line out to about the 33 before he's finally grabbed and wrestled to the ground. And that's where Skyview will start, leading 10-3. The Bobcats ran the ball a lot in the first quarter. 12 times in the first quarter did they run the ball. 3 times in the second quarter. They threw the ball 11 times in the second quarter after only throwing it 3 times in the first. And they come out throwing here. Here's Ferguson, who's been their workhorse tonight. Lang is in there, as well as a couple of other Grizzlies, as Ferguson picks up 7.
Brought down by number 5, Brock Brown, the Grizzlies. Getting the second on the play, 2nd down and 3 for the Bobcats.
We talked a lot in that first half about injuries for Skyview and how they're finally healthy for the first time all season, and they're going to get a 5-yard penalty as one of the offensive linemen came up out of his stance. Crew Kennington went and told him about it. Hey, that was on you, buddy. He's still pointing at him. Either those guys already know each other, or they've gotten to know each other here tonight, and aren't big buddies. Linebackers are never usually big buddies with offensive linemen. Thatcher back to throw. Fires over the middle, and it's a little bit behind Ferguson, and we've got a late flag. The official on the far sideline threw it, and it's going to be a sideline warning. That ball a little bit behind Ferguson, but in the same spot that Skyview's been attacking all night long, the middle of that defensive secondary. There's a big hole there. And they've just been running somebody right into that hole in the middle, and 3 times the ball has been dropped with a lot of running room in front of the receiver. 3rd and 8. 3 of 7 in the first half on 3rd downs for Skyview. Thatcher looks. A lot of running room to the near side. He's going to tuck. Racing out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's going to be 4th down. He steps out of bounds at the 39. So 4th and 4 for Skyview, not how they wanted to start the second half. Sending the punt team out there with less than a minute in. Oh, knuckleball, thank you very much, goes out of bounds. That, I'm not sure if that made it to midfield. It did not. Still walking, and they say stop right there. At about the 47-yard line. Oh, goodness, that was only a 6-yard punt off the side of the punter's foot. So Logan, on the possession that they scored on in the first half, had a short field. They took a little pooch kick on the opening kickoff and went just about 60 yards with it. I have to go back and add that up again, but they got down to the 5-yard line before they were stopped. And then they got the field goal. Now they're starting at the 47. Hand it to Mason. Mason's got a crease and he's out to the 40-yard line. 16 carries, 70 yards for Titan Mason. And Logan ahead of the sticks with a 7-yard gain on first down. The Skyview defense gave up a lot of yards on that first drive, but then they really dialed it in the rest of that first half. And yards were hard to come by for the Grizzlies. And they're going back to that ground and pound. And there's 5 more yards for Mason. Coach Bart Bowen, this is his 4th season as a head coach at Logan. He's 15-22. He was 1 year at Cottonwood. He's fairly local. He went to Bear River High School and a graduate of Utah State. Across the way, from him, Christopher Howell, the coach for Skyview, he's a Logan grad. Went to Utah State. Boy, here's Mason again being walloped as he steps out of bounds, but he gains 11 yards and a first down. He's up to 86 yards rushing. 23 yards on 3 carries here to start this second half. And the Grizzlies in Skyview territory at the 24-yard line. Lane goes in motion. He's behind Pond. They hand it again to Mason. Mason bounces off his own player. Picks up another 11 yards. Nothing fancy about this. Logan is just standing there throwing haymakers. Skyview, it started the game this way, and their defense kept taking punch after punch, and then finally started absorbing some of those and punching back. But this is very reminiscent of the first drive of the ball game, as this is the first possession of the second half for Logan, and they're down with a first down at the 14-yard line. Looking to tie this game up. Pond needs to hurry. The officials counting. They're going to get a delay of game. Nope, they called timeout over on the sideline. Ooh, that's in the first half, that's one thing. I mean, in the second half, you don't really want to burn a timeout with 9:36 to play in the third quarter. But that's just what the Grizzlies are going to do, because they figure, hey, that's more important not to lose those 5 yards. We talked about Skyview having to retool. Logan did as well. Skyview only has 1 returning offensive starter and 3 returning defensive starters. And the Grizzlies, much the same, 2 returning offensive starters. Tupou and Kaimani Lang are the only guys back for Logan on their offense. They do have 5 guys that return on that defense: Wang, Tupou, Kennington, Lang, and Bodie Rudd. Titan Mason has been a workhorse tonight. He needs 3 yards to hit the century mark. And here comes everybody for Skyview, and they run right past Mason as he heads for the end zone. Touchdown, Logan. Skyview was coming on a run blitz, and they ran right past Mason. And he said, "We'll see ya," heading the other way. And there's some stuff going on out there. One of the Logan players is being told to settle down by his own guys. And now they're sending him off. His helmet was off. And you have to come off if your helmet's off. That's Reed Olson. 14-yard touchdown run, and the equalizer is up and in. 10-10 with 9:29 to play in the third. We're tied in Smithfield. Wendy's has new fries. Yeah, same old burgers. Great new fries. They are hot and crispy, and you know they just did a little taste test nationwide, and they were preferred nearly 2-1 over the competitor, their main competitor. You know who I'm talking about, whose fries everybody loves. Yeah, go check out the new fries at Wendy's. And if you're looking for something good for breakfast, they've got their new home-style French toast sticks. Go check those out as well and become part of the Wendy's Rewards program. $1 for every $10 spent. You can redeem them for anything on your menu. That's Wendy's, multiple locations here in Cache Valley. Wendy's, one of our Game of the Week sponsors. Well, that possession was all Titan Mason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carries. And he ends up in the end zone, which is where this kickoff goes. Five carries, 48 yards, and the touchdown. Mason's over 111 yards on 20 carries and a touchdown. So now Skyview will have to answer, as we're tied at 10 with 9:29 to play in this third quarter. Ferguson in at quarterback, tries the edge, and he's wrapped up for no gain.
Ferguson on keeper, brought down by number 1, Alan
Azari there to bring him down, and Logan playing with a little juice now defensively. They've played pretty well defensively. Now they got that little extra spring in their step. Skyview trying to take back control of this game. It's a whole new ball game, tied at 10. Thatcher finds Williams. Williams, nifty move. Zips to the outside. He's out of bounds at the 30 and taken to the ground by the defender. And you know what? The defender, Mason, hit him just as they were going over the sideline, and then they stumbled and both fell down. They patted each other on the helmet, and the official was right there and called the late hit. They were wrapped up before they went out of bounds, but then they went to the ground. They really just kind of tripped over each other.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Grizzlies.
And so tack 15 onto that 11-yard gain.
That results in the Skyview.
Williams' fourth catch of the night, 29 yards. For Logan, that's only their third penalty. Skyview with only 2. So it's been a clean game from that aspect. Ball clear out to the 45, 46-yard line. New running back, and he is getting introduced to this ball game rudely and quickly. That's Sean Tempest. It's 23, Tempest.
Second down and 14 for the Bobcats.
And it ends up being a loss of 4. Second and 14. Two by two on the receivers, and Egbert switches sides. Thatcher back to throw. Three-man rush, flushed out. He's got a lot of running room. Unloads, nearly picked off. There's a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a holding call against Skyview. So Logan will have a decision. 3rd and 14 or 2nd, and boy, that was clear back at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 14 or 2nd and about 25. And Logan's going to decline it. They'll take 3rd and 14. 3 of 8 on 3rd downs for the Bobcats. And they're ready to go. See if they attack the middle of the field. They've also had luck on this right side of the defense. If they get out to the left side of the offense, getting to the edge here, they've done a good job collapsing that side of the line and getting to the outside. Let's see what they dial up. Or maybe a screen. Lots of things to look at. 4-man rush. Thatcher unloads. Has Ferguson. First down. Needed 14. He got 16.
Number 13, Michael Ferguson. Brought down by number 4, Connor Peters.
6 catches, 70 yards.
Flag after the play.
And what's the flag? Ferguson's having himself a night. Mason for Logan having himself a night offensively, and Ferguson for Skyview. The 2 offensive stars, and the flag's right about where the ball was. Personal foul against Skyview. Now it was a dead ball. If it's dead ball, then it backs it up 15 yards, but it's still first down.
15 yards penalty after the play. That's the result. So now Skyview.
So it is a first down, but it takes it back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
First and 10 for the Bobcats.
They needed 14. They got 1, but got a first down because they got 16 and went back 15. It was my understanding there would be no math. 3 receivers to the near side as a 3-man rush coming after Thatcher. Unloads. Quick break on the ball out there by Azari, and he knocks it away.
Thatcher pass falls incomplete. Number 2, Ethan Stackman, intended receiver.
Allen and Ryan Lazari are the corners, the bookends on this defense. They've both done a pretty darn good job. Thatcher, a little bit behind his man, but he makes the catch and gets first down.
That's the pass complete. Number 15, Garrett Zamel.
Zamel picks up about 12.
Allen Lazari. And 21 by Manny Lane. That results in another Skyview.
Quickly, the Bobcats snap it, and Egbert picks up 8. Egbert averaging just over 8 yards a carry. 8 carries, 69 yards. 2nd and 2, and the Bobcats trying to answer the Logan touchdown and regain the lead. Egbert tries that left side again, and he breaks through. Egbert inside the 15, spins out of a tackle, touchdown. 34 yards on a flag back at the 15. There was an altercation going on after the play. Let's see what the call is. There were 2 players on the ground, one from each team beating on each other. It's 34 yards, but let's wait. As they sort out the laundry. flags at the 14. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Logan. Touchdown, good. And they'll enforce it on the kickoff. So Egbert with a nifty run. Now he's over 100 yards on only 9 carries. Kick is up. Looks like he missed it. No good. That could be a big one. It's 16-10. Skyview leads Logan with 7:20 to play in the third. Anderson Seed and Garden is one of our game sponsors. Have you been to their website? It is awesome. They've got a lot of things on there. You just go in and click into different topics. One of them was 5 easy steps to a beautiful lawn. Oh my gosh, you need that one this year. Can they keep it beautiful even with all the heat? Probably. If anybody can, it'd be Anderson's. They've got a seed list and planting guide that they update every year there for you. And deer solutions. If you're almost anywhere in this valley, you can have deer problems, but especially up on the bench. But I know people out in the middle of the valley that have deer that end up in their yards. So if you have any sort of gardening or seed or planting needs, Anderson Seed and Garden, you can head on in there on Historic Center Street, or you can just click in and learn everything you need to know. That's Anderson Seed and Garden, one of our game sponsors. So after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, Skyview will be kicking off from Logan's half of the field. They'll be on the 45-yard line. There have been a couple of Donniebrooks. If only a couple of guys had taken a couple swings. That's not really a Donnybrook. That's more a dust-up. And a kick away, and it ends up in the end zone. Once that ball breaks that plane of the goal line into the end zone, it's a touchback. So Logan trails now 16-10 after both teams get a touchdown. On their most recent possessions. They blow this play dead. Why? Before it started, I didn't see a flag. Somebody's calling timeout. Skyview is calling timeout. Right before the snap, Skyview called timeout. And this quarter has lasted a bit. I mean, there's still 7+ minutes left in this third quarter because both of these teams are going quick, right? They're going up the line of scrimmage. They're running the ball a lot, but they're going fast, and they're picking up first downs. The clock stops on a first down until the ball is set. And then the team's up there and hurrying and snapping and going. Both these teams playing with pace. So Skyview takes the timeout. Saw something they didn't like. Now both teams with 2 timeouts. And most of a half still to play. It's homecoming here at Skyview. Dance is a lot funner when the team wins the game. They're going to pitch it to Mason. Mason cuts back. Somebody came up in a hurry to make a tackle. Who was that? That was Brooks Rigby. Said hello, Mr. Mason. 6 yards is nice, but that's quite far enough. I mean, if Rigby doesn't come up and make that tackle, Mason is cutting back inside, and he may still be running. A missed PAT by Skyview after their last touchdown could loom large at 16-10. Skyview leads Logan as Lang goes in motion. Skyview's starting to sell out for that run, so how long will it be before they look for Thornley on a deep pass? 6 yards and a first down for Mason. Coach Howell told me when I talked to him that this running game of Logan is pretty darn good. And they're certainly showing that. Got 140 yards on the ground, do the Grizzlies. 123 of those by Mason. There's still 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. There goes Mason again. Didn't go all the way down, and he picks up close to 10. He's a sophomore, folks. That means he may not even be driving a car yet. 133 yards on 23 carries and a touchdown for Mason. He's the only Grizzly offensive player that's touched the ball. Watch Skyview and how fast they're committing. Now Pond keeps. It's just kind of a rugby scrum, and they'd finally blow it dead after about a 4-yard gain. They've used that play to varying degrees of success this entire game. The Skyview's linebackers are starting to creep up. Their safeties. Rigby and Ferguson. It's going to be incumbent on them to stay home, or else we might see a deep shot to Thornley. Now they throw across the middle to Thornley. He's got it, and he's got the first down. 8 yards. On a quick hitter. Two catches, 19 yards for Thornley. And it's another first down for the Grizzlies at the 45 of the Bobcats as we approach 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. See if they go back to Mason. 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage and linebackers coming. And here's Mason. Stiff arms his way out of a tackle into the sideline. He's picked up another 9 yards. Man. And they're coming upfield hard after Mason. He's just running past them and to the second level. Running lanes being opened up by that offensive line. Mason, nothing there though. He bounced outside and had to pop back in and no gain on 2nd and 1. So now it'll be 3rd and 1. 25 carries, 142 yards, and a touchdown for Mason. Logan is only 1 of 5 on 3rd down. I would imagine they'd just run that sneak again with Pond. They picked up yards every time with that, and Skyview wasn't ready. And Pond picks up plenty of yards. He picks up 5. Skyview hadn't come up and even set up yet. Only the 2nd 3rd down conversion of the evening for the Grizzlies. As the clock slips under 4 minutes to play in the third. A long third quarter. A couple of scores on the board. Stop play. Pond drops the snap, picks it up and gives it to Mason. Mason, even after that trouble, picks up 3 or 4 yards. Looks like 3. And he's been playing some defense as well. He's gonna need some ibuprofen in the ice tub after this one. I don't know. The kid's probably 15, 16 years old. He'll probably be just fine. Hard count by Pond. Handed off to Mason. Right up the gut. Spun down at the 21-yard line. Let's see if they give him enough for a first down. They do. He needed 7, and he got it. Rigby makes the tackle, and quickly, Mason's going again. And I don't know if he gained anything on that run or not. No, gain of a yard. The Grizz went quick after that first down, and the clock stops, and Mason went out of bounds, and Mason's in the backfield with his hands on his knees. I thought maybe we'd see more Bracken carrying the ball, but it's been Mason. And Lang has been doing a good job as the lead blocker. Olsen switches sides. Lang leads Mason. Mason down near the 15-yard line. Picks up a couple more. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. 156 yards rushing for Mason. Logan as a team approaching 200 yards rushing. Skyview's bringing heat. Mason runs past it. He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2. As he picked up about 4. So Logan's now 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. And on 4th and 3, a field goal cuts the lead to 3, but they're going to go for it. Here's Pond putting his head down, getting behind his center and guard. He's down to about the 10-yard line and a first down. He picked up 4 on 4th and 3. 6 carries, 30 yards for Pond. And Logan's now 3 for 3 on 4th down, which helps make up for their 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. The Grizzlies can get a first down inside the 5-yard line. They can get a first down about the 1. 1:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's been a ground game, both teams. 16-10, Logan leading. Or excuse me, Skyview leading and Logan trying to take the lead with a touchdown and a field goal, and they won't do it on that play, even though Mason picked up a couple. That was his 31st carry of the night. And I'm looking, he's had 1 carry of 0 yards and 1 carry where he lost yards. So 31 carries and he's only lost yardage once. I formation. Follows Lang. Picks up a yard. The Skyview defense tightening up, 3rd and 8. As Logan's kept this ball on the ground, I think they might let the 3rd quarter run out and then talk about their 3rd down play. And that looks like what they're going to do. As the 3rd quarter runs out here in Smithfield, we'll head to the final 12 minutes. It's a 16-10 ball game. Skyview leads Logan. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. You know, I've been doing these ball games for 30 plus years. I got these headsets on, and you think, oh, that drowns out the crowd noise. No, they're pumping the crowd noise into these headsets, plus my own voice. And I'm pretty sure that hasn't been great for my hearing over the years. And so every time I see this next sponsor, I think about how important your hearing is. Dr. Paul Daines, he's a board-certified audiologist. He's at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Choosing a hearing pro is a huge decision. It's not like a prescription to get your eyes done. You want it done right. You want it a right fit, the right product. Dr. Paul Danes at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology can do that job for you. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, one of our sponsors. Well, it's a smoky night here in Smithfield. And as we look up behind the east side of the stadium, is that a bad moon? Do I see a bad moon rising? CCR talked about that moon. That's a heck of a sight popping up over the Bear River Range. Logan, 3rd and 8, inside the 10. And before we can get started here in the 4th quarter, Skyview wants a timeout. And they should only have one left. Now the board shows that Logan has one left Skyview has one left and Logan has 3, but that's not right. Logan, I believe, used one early in the 3rd quarter. And both teams are with less than a full complement of timeouts as we head down to crunch time in a tight ball game. If you're just joining us, it was 10-3 at the half, Skyview leading Logan. Logan tied it up at 10. Skyview marched down and took the lead back and then missed the extra point. For Logan, they're trying to take the lead here for the first time since it was 3-0. Here's the pitch to Mason to the short side of the field. And they ran that to the boundary side, and he only picked up a couple of yards, and he needed 8. But Mason has 33 carries, 165 yards, and a touchdown. So after converting twice on 4th down, the Grizzlies decide to go for the field goal. This will be a 25-yarder from the right hash. Kicks up. Looks good, is good. So the lead is cut in half. Skyview, though, still in front. 16-13, 11:51 to play in Smithfield. Rich's Cars and Credit is one of our game sponsors. Did you know you can get financing from your credit union without ever having to go to the credit union? Yeah, Rich's can do all the work for you. They can get you financed through the credit union right from their office. The rates are the same. And they have a goal of making your car shopping experience stress-free. Isn't that great? There's nothing worse than car shopping. I took my daughter car shopping last winter, and she said, "Dad, I never want to do this again." But I said, "Yeah, well, the problem is we didn't go to Rich's. We should have went to Rich's Cars and Credit." Had to go where my daughter was to take her car shopping. Next time she's in Cache Valley, that's where we're going. Rich's Cars and Credit. A Game of the Week sponsor. Low scoring, but pretty good ball game here in Smithfield. 16-13. Skyview leads Logan with 11:51 to play in the ball game. A touchdown and an extra point would have given Logan the lead. There's a little pitch back going the other way on the kick return. And Skyview will get the ball in good starting field position out at their own 45-yard line. Good return by the Bobcats. Sets them up nicely. Skyview with the 3-point lead. Thatcher unloads, man wide open, first down. Number 15, 20 yards to Zamel. And the Bobcats are in business.
That results in the Skyview. First and
3
10,
catches, 38 yards for Zamel. Ball at the Logan 35. Give to Egbert. Met in the backfield, spun down. Kennington was in there, along with a couple other Grizzlies. Mason, another one of them. And Bracken, a loss of a couple. Egbert's had a good game as well, even with that loss. He's over 100 yards. He's averaging 10 yards a carry. 10 carries, 101 yards. Thatcher waiting for the screen. It's picked off. It's picked off by Tupou, and the Grizzlies celebrate. Tilose Tupou picks off the screen pass, the first turnover of the night for either team. 5th interception of the year thrown by Thatcher. And Logan, trailing by 3, takes over at their own 42-yard line. .10:54 to play in the ball game. Plenty of time. Odd to the near side. One receiver to the far side. That 12 personnel out there for Logan. Give it to Mason. 2 hands on the ball. And I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see. He gained a yard. 2nd and 9. Full house in Smithfield, watching a pretty good one. It's been a defensive battle. Mason breaking out of tackles, and he's out near midfield. 7 yards, and it'll be 3rd and short.
$173
173 yards now for Mason on 35 carries. 3rd and 2. Here's Pond, just puts his head down, and he goes through the scrum and out the other side. Picks up 7. Pond's got 7 rushes for 37 yards. Every one of them have been that quarterback keeper right up the gut. So now Logan in Skyview territory at the Skyview 43-yard line. 9.5 to play in the ball game. 16-13 Skyview. Logan looking to break an 8-game losing streak against the Bobcats. Give it off to Bracken. Bracken hits a good hole and picks up 7. We talked so much about Titan Mason and the night he's having. Yeah, he's having that night because of the offensive line of the Grizzlies. Logan's offensive line has done a whale of a job tonight in their run blocking. Give it to Bracken again. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it'll be 3rd and 3. This might be a spot where you've run that quarterback sneak so many times that maybe you show that sneak and then Pons takes a step back and throws it out there for Thornley or something. Let's see. They're not lined up like it's going to be a sneak. Thornley in motion. They're going to give it to him and try to get him around the edge. Turns the corner, but he's going to be short. as Ferguson takes him down. There were a couple of blocks that he needed that were held for a second, and they needed to be held for a second and a half. It's 4th and 1 as Thornley gains 2. They've run that twice to Thornley. He was -5 on the first one and 2 on this one. Here comes that sneak. He gets pushed backwards, but not until he moves forward for 3. He needed 1. He got 3. Skyview says they stopped him, but I don't think they did. See where they spot it. Pond lost his helmet, so he's got to come out for a play. I think that's first down. You might measure it, but first down. Logan's 4 for 4 on 4th down. Pond needs to come out of the game because his helmet came off. So you probably just put Mason in there and direct snap him the football. The clock stopped as the official goes to the sideline to talk to the Logan coaches. Pond's helmet came off, so he has to come out for a play. It looks like Mason's going to be the quarterback. And yeah, they'll probably just direct snap to Mason and let him run, right? 173 yards rushing, direct snap and let him run, right? Direct snap, let him run, and he runs right. He runs right around the end for almost 8 yards. He picks up 7. Mason's up to 180 yards rushing as we approach the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes left in this ball game. It's a 16-13 game. Skyview looking to come up with a stop. And Logan looking for the lead. Mason again, right up the middle. First down. Picks up 4.
Mason on the carry, brought down by number 26, Cam Carter.
37 carries now for Mason. 184 yards and a touchdown. Logan quickly ready to go. And I don't think everybody was set. The official on the near side, they've been working on him for a minute. The coaching staff saying that, well, hey, they're not getting set every time they're going fast, and that time he was watching for it. And they snapped it a little too quick. So that's a 5-yard penalty, and that's a big one. Backs Logan up to the 26. It'll be 1st and 15, and penalties kill drives. Logan has thrown 1 pass in this second half. Lang out of the backfield. They run the screen, and it's a perfectly called play. Heading toward the end zone is Bracken. He's down at the 1. No, it was Mason. They're going to say he's at the 2-yard line. It's 24 yards. And Logan's now run 2 pass plays this half. Quick play to the line. Touchdown. Pond keeps it and goes in from 2 yards out to give Logan the lead. And there's a injured Bobcat laying at the 2-yard line. Keaton Pond is 4 out of 5 for 42 yards. His biggest one was a 24-yarder just a moment ago to Mason. I thought it was Bracken out there that caught it, but it's Mason on the little screen. Everybody was coming for Skyview. Pond kept backpedaling and lofted it out there for Mason, and then Mason did the rest. Now the Grizzlies have a choice. I think you just kick the I think you just kick the PAT and make it a 4-point game, and I didn't see who is injured out there, but it doesn't look awesome. They're patting him and saying, come on. And I think it's Ferguson. And they're helping him. He's putting some weight on his legs. They looked like he checked out his right knee. Then they patted him on the leg and said, all right, let's get up. Logan's going to go for the 1-point PAT. Need a touchdown with a PAT or a 2-point conversion, so they'll go for the PAT. Kick, punches up and through. It's Logan 20, Skyview 16 with 5:41 to play. Hang on, this one's getting good. Aspen Dental is one of our game sponsors. Their goal is for you to feel completely comfortable in their office. Come on in, find out what personalized dentistry means. The patients keep on coming back at Aspen Dental. So many people talk about the dentist and, oh, it's like pulling teeth, like going to the dentist. Aspen Dental wants to make it so that you're not saying that, so that you're going, oh, I got to go to the dentist? All right, let's go. Let's load them up. We're heading for Aspen Dental. Aspen Dental, a Game of the Week sponsor. Gut check time now for the Bobcats. They've beaten Logan 8 straight years. And they've beaten them by an average of 40-10. Right now they trail 20-16. A missed PAT means they need to score a touchdown to take the lead. They couldn't tie with a field goal. And we just saw their top offensive weapon, Michael Ferguson, helped off the field after the touchdown. This one rolls down to the 5-yard line where it's picked up. Returned out across the 30. Look out! Vickers returns it up to the 49-yard line, and Skyview will start with a short field. It rolled all the way back to him inside the 5 before he finally picked it up. Logan had kicked it right into that corner. You'd think that's a great spot for their kick team. But Vickers brought it out to the 48-yard line where they eventually spotted it. Thatcher threw a pick earlier on the screen pass that led to the go-ahead touchdown. Let's see if he can put that behind him. And with 5:29 to play in the ball game, see if he can engineer a comeback for the home-standing Bobcats. 4-man rush this time. Thatcher wide of the mark. He's looking for Zamel. Thatcher, 15 of 24, 144 yards. And Tupuo was slow getting up, but I think he was just putting his shoe on. He's still messing with it. He might have to play without his shoe on. Ah, he's got it. He's been causing problems on the defensive line. For Skyview's offensive line has Tupuo. He had the interception on the screen pass. Thatcher back to throw. Plenty of time. Time runs out. He had a man. And I don't know if the receiver turned his head and didn't see the ball or what, but he didn't really stick his hands out for it. And they're still working on the middle of the field, but man, they've had receivers running around the middle of the field and they haven't caught the football. Third and 10 for the Bobcats. 4 of 9 on third down. 4-man rush. Thatcher hangs in, throws, it's knocked away. Williams had it in his hands. and then Lazari knocked it away. 4th down. 3 straight incompletions. Skyview's going to have to punt. And Logan, the way they've been running the football, may not give it back. Spackman, the punter. The snaps have been high and slow or low and slow. See if Logan comes after this one or if they're just content to sit back and take over. Because if you rough him, it's a penalty. Nope, they don't come after it. Good kick by Spackman. Fair catch called for. And I don't know if you heard the entire stadium go, ooh, as it was made, but not without some drama. Beautiful night here in Smithfield, made even better by a good football game. I know a lot of people like those, 42 to 38 ball games, and they have their place. But my goodness, this old football lover loves a game like this, 20 to 16. Lots of defense, clutch offensive plays, both teams making plays. At the moment, Logan's made one more play than Skyview has. Who will make the next big play? If Logan does, then they probably put this thing away. If Skyview does, then they're still in business. The winner will go to 1-0 in region play. Hand it off to Mason. Mason cuts back, and he just does not go down. Gains a yard. 185 yards on 38 carries and a touchdown for Mason. And a catch for 24 yards. 209 yards of total offense for Mason. Logan's been hurrying up and snapping it most of the game. I would think now that they might just take their time as Pond watches the back judge. Back judge gives him 10-second count. Handoff up the middle and a short gain. That one goes to Bracken. Bracken, 4 carries, 8 yards. $231 yards rushing for Logan this evening. Only 42 through the air. And you don't have to go to the air when you can run the football. 3rd down and 7. Lang moves into position to be the lead blocker. Give it to Bracken. Bracken follows Lang. Bounces outside. Look out! Lang downfield, still blocking, and Bracken is out of bounds out near the 40-yard line. 26 yards on 3rd down and 7. Pond and Bracken and Mason need to take their offensive line to Angie's and buy him a sink and let them clean it. That Logan offensive line has been very good tonight. And those backs have run hard and been hard to tackle. My goodness. Three yards on the carry. Now Logan just content to use as much time as possible. And the thing is, even if they don't pick up another yard with a punt, they flip the field. And we're under 3 minutes to play. Skyview needs a touchdown as they trail by 4. Logan trying to put this one away. Bracken comes in for Mason, who's played so well all night, but really, honestly, just needs a rest. And Skyview, I think, called their last timeout. Let's see. 2:37 to play in the ball game. And Skyview calls a timeout. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Bracken, 6 carries, 36 yards. Mason, 38 carries, 185 yards. Pond, 9 carries, 42 yards, and a touchdown. Touchdown for Mason as well. Thornley's carried it twice for -3. They've run the little end arounds with him, a little fly sweep. And Skyview's been ready for that. And Thornley, Skyview was worried about him downfield, and they've taken him out of the ball game, but they haven't been able to stop the run. Flags come in as Logan goes quick. They're out of the 50-yard line. Flags probably on Logan, and they also stop the clock. I don't think Logan was set again. They snapped it so quickly. Holding on Logan. And I would imagine that Skyview's gonna want to back him up. 2.5 minutes to play. And every second counts for Skyview. Logan trying to snap an 8-game losing streak against Skyview. This one's going to back it way up. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. Logan's 5th penalty of the night. Skyview with only 2, and they haven't had a penalty here in this second half. Check that. They had one in the 3rd quarter. Third and 15. Tight formation. Logan moved again. So a lot of good work done by the Grizzlies to move it out to midfield, and now they keep going backwards. Penalty number 6 on the night. And that one was plain as day. One of the linemen flinched, so 3rd and 20. And it helps Skyview because the clock stops. And they just run like they've done all night. Handed to Mason. Looked like there was a little bit of trouble on the exchange, and Mason, no gain. 4th down and 20. So Logan will let the clock run down as far as they can, and I wonder if they'll take a timeout. Right before they were watching the back judge, he gives them the 10-second. They snap it, and they get it off. Not a great kick, but a good bounce, and it goes to the 29-yard line. 1 minute, 36 seconds. Skyview has to go 70 yards. They're going to spot it at the 30. A field goal doesn't do you any good. 96 ticks to get to the end zone. Logan's been rushing 3 and 4 guys all night long. They rushed 3 most of that first half. They've started bringing 4 in this second half. But Thatcher has stood in there. 4-man rush. Thatcher straight drop. Looks to Ferguson. Ferguson steps out of bounds after a gain of 8. They're going to mark him out. It's a gain of 9. Ferguson now with 79 yards on 7 catches. and a Grizzly is hurt. One of the Logan defensive linemen with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the ball game. We've got a timeout on the field as one of Logan's defensive linemen's down on the ground. Looks like a cramp. The ball is at the 39-yard line. The Skyview 39 after the first down play to Ferguson. Good to see him back in there. He was hurt on Logan's go-ahead touchdown. They helped him off the field. He looked fine on that play. The clock stopped after he stepped out of bounds. Skyview's out of timeouts. The clock stops in high school on a first down. It stops until they place the ball, and then it starts again. So now Skyview 61 yards away. If you're Logan, you want to keep everything in front of you. You don't care if you give up 60 yards in the next minute and a half. Just don't give up 61. Who's going to make the next big play? Players stepping up all night on each side making plays. Ferguson for Skyview's made a bunch of big plays. Mason for Logan. Tupelo for Logan. Egbert for Skyview. Rigby's played a heck of a game defensively for Skyview. And Thatcher has been pretty solid. Here's Egbert, first down. He's got 6. The clock stops until they place it. 107 yards on 11 carries. And now the clock starts. Ball at the 45-yard line. 118. Here comes some pressure. Thatcher gets rid of it. And boy, he's pasted by Kaimani Lang. And that's another player that's played well for Logan tonight. Lang has been the leading blocker for a rush offense that has a 185-yard rusher tonight and has rushed for over 200 yards as a team. And he's playing defense. He's made a couple of plays. He just pressured the quarterback there, 2nd and 10. Look out, they run the screen. Is it picked? Did Mason pick it off? The sideline official says no. The official's in the middle of the field? No. Boy, that was just about another interception on a screen play. It was set up nicely, and Thatcher had pressure, and he had to kind of loft it, and it was a little too high for Egbert. And Mason couldn't quite come up with it. 1:10 to play, 3rd and 10. 4 of 10 on third downs for Skyview. 4-man rush over the middle. No good. As it goes through the hands of Ferguson. Skyview down to their last gasp. And the Logan student body on the far side is making some noise. Fourth and 10, 1:06 on the clock. 4 wide receivers, Egbert the lone back. Thatcher against a 4-man rush. Look out, he's in trouble. Steps out of it. Looks, finds his man, first down. 12 yards on 4th and 10. And there's life in the Bobcats yet. And Skyview's 3 of 3 on 4th downs. 57 seconds to play. A touchdown wins it for the Bobcats. They trail by 4, 20-16. They have to have a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the Logan 43. Pressure, throw, incomplete. Ferguson climbed the ladder, got a hand on it, but one of the safeties came over and knocked it away for Logan. And now that same safety has come up gimpy. He was celebrating and then started to hop around. I wonder if he's got a cramp or something. If you got a safety back there that can't run, that's a development. He's staying in there, but he's having trouble. 2nd and 10, 52 seconds. Now they move the pocket, looking back the other way. Man wide open. Logan says incomplete. Official says complete. 18 yards to Rigby and a first down. Quickly. Oh, nearly picked off as Thatcher was looking for that underneath pattern to Williams. Oh boy, Ryan Lazari stepped in front of that and could have ended the ball game. All right, Thatcher's living on borrowed time. That's 2 that could have been picked that weren't. That usually doesn't happen a third time. Thatcher's now 18 of 34 for 183 yards and an interception. 35 seconds to play. 2nd and 10, and Logan wants a timeout. Man, I'm watching the scoreboard over there trying to figure out the timeout situation. It says Skyview has 3 left. They don't. I think Skyview has 0 left. It said Logan had 2 left. But earlier it said they had 3. I think they had 2, and now they have 1. We've seen so many good Valley rivalry games. This one has not been an offensive gem, but defensively it's been a good one, and it's coming right down to the buzzer. 35 seconds to play. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Logan 27-yard line. Skyview trying to make it 9 in a row over the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies trying to break the streak. See if they bring any heat. Here they come. Thatcher picked off. I told you, 3rd time's a charm. And down he goes. And Logan. Brock Brown picks it off. And the Grizzlies have broken Skyview's stranglehold over them. 27 seconds left. All the Grizzlies have to do is kneel it. What a game. Thatcher had been working the pocket. He'd taken a lot of heat. He'd had a lot of pressure. He'd stood in there against pressure. Delivered so many good passes tonight and had so many dropped by his own receivers. And then on this drive alone, he had 2 that probably should have been picked off. And they weren't. And that 3rd one was. And instead of running around and playing hero ball and possibly losing the football, the Logan defender, Brock Brown, the sophomore free safety, just took a knee, and they're celebrating over on the Logan sideline. There's a little bit of a scrum going on out on the field. But they don't need to snap it again. And there's going to be a big celebration in downtown Logan tonight as the Grizzlies snap an 8-game losing streak to the Skyview Bobcats with a come-from-behind 20-16 win. It was a heck of a game here in Smithfield. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, obviously we're always looking for ways that we can bring back what we've lost. In hearing, that's particularly important so you don't drive people wild with frustration, and technology going hand in hand with your hearing aids. You've got something fabulous just come in, haven't you? Bluetooth.
Yep, Bluetooth has been in hearing aids for a long time, but there's something new. Manufacturers come out with a new product that makes it very simple. We used to have to either take our phone out and talk into our phone, but the hearing aid would come into both of our ears, but now you don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket. When your phone rings, you push a button on the hearing aid and start talking.
What? This is a new innovation, I'm sure.
It is. We've been trying to do it for a long time, and this company just barely figured out how to do it, and it's been very good.
Right, so you love it because you've tried it out, haven't you?
Yes, I wear it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket, out of your bag, out of anywhere. The phone rings, hit the button, and then you're talking.
Yes, and you can be sitting on your couch watching TV. Your phone could be across the room, and push the button and it answers it, and you just start talking.
Wow. You just can't even believe the innovations, can you, in technology these days?
It's really amazing. And there's a TV connector that connects to your TV, so you can be streaming directly from your TV right into both ears. You can have the TV volume set at what you like it, and everybody else in the room can have it where they like it.
Wow, that would be fantastic, right?
And then your phone rings and you push the button and answer the phone.
All this from the comfort of your own couch. Bluetooth technology, of course, been around, like you say, for a while, but you've just got this in. Are you going to start recommending this to people?
I am. Yeah. In fact, I've probably put on 5 or 6 people already, and they love it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, we can't ask for more than that. So if you're thinking that you'd like to get right up to date with the technology available in your hearing aid, come on down here to Cache Valley Hearing and talk to Dr. Daines. He'd love to help you. Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how people can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main, right across from the New Zions Bank, and our phone number is 753-4327.
Okay, just out there as far as technology, and it just sounds great. If I ever need a hearing aid, this is the kind that I'm getting. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audio.